Good morning, people. How you going? It's a beautiful day out here. I'm just sitting out the back waiting for hubby to get back home because we're going to take the granddaughters for a Wednesday drive. Yeah, Sunday drives are overrated. Anyway, this morning I was just thinking about the stuff that you do for your kids and how often has something really shit happened to you, and at the time it's really crap, but then years later, days later, you can actually freaking really laugh about it, like it's just hilarious. Well, one of the times that comes to mind was and she's probably going to kill me for sharing this story, but yeah, when one of my daughters bought her first car, she found it in the trading post and she really wanted this car, right? Like, yeah, it looked like a really good buy. And it's like, oh, we've got to go and have a look at it, And Brett's like, oh, no, I'm not going. It's too far away, because it was up at Kempsey. Like, that's a 6-hour round trip from our place. So anyways, good old mum, decides to take her up there to have a look at it. And we bring along dear uncle, who's really good with cars, to check it out for us to make sure it was all right to buy. So anyway, we thought, oh well, we'll make an afternoon of it. So we left home and we made our way up the highway and called into Taree and had some dinner at a fish and chip shop and sat in a park, and if I remember correctly, because it was a while ago. And then we finally gets up to Kempsey. And we pulls into the first survey that we saw, because we thought, well, we'll give them the name of the street, because we had no idea where it was. Back in the days before GPS, when you actually had to talk to people for directions, ask for directions. So yeah, we went to the guy in the survey and we said, listen, mate, can you tell me where this address is? And he's like, oh, don't recognise that street. He said, hang on, I'll go and talk to the chick out the back. She's lived here her whole life. She'll know. So anyways, he comes back a few minutes later and he's like, nah, she's never heard of that street. And I'm like, bit confusing. This is weird. So I thought, no worries, mate. I went outside and I've rang the guy who owns the car, right? And he was of Asian descent and had the Asian, like a Chinese accent, right? And I said, listen, mate, I said, we're here, we're in Kempsey, and we're just looking for your street so we can come and have a look at the car, because he was expecting us. And he's like, oh, I can't do the Asian accent, hey, but I'll try. He's like, oh, Bulldogs Leagues Club. And I'm like, fuck. I went, you mean Kempsey in Sydney? And he said, yeah, just up from Bulldog Leagues Club. I said, listen, mate, we'll probably see you tomorrow. Anyway, I goes back out of the car and I'm like, fuck me dead. It's meant to be Campsey, not Kempsey. And I can totally understand why my daughter got the wrong town, because the way he spoke, it really sounded like Kempsey. Oops, we fell over. And yeah, when the kids were younger, we actually went up to Crescent Head around Kempsey for holidays. So that was the first place that came to mind. So honest to God, here we are, fucking 3.5 hours in the wrong direction, and then had to drive back. And we're like, oh my God. And we rang Brett, and Scott was home at the time. And they're fucking pissing themselves laughing on the phone, hey. And we're like, I can't believe this is happening. So anyway, and I can still remember on the way home, we called into Bulladila McDonald's and had dinner. And we're sitting there eating, and we're fucking literally falling off our chairs, pissing ourselves laughing, like, what can you do, mate? It's not worth getting angry over, so you might as well freaking laugh at it. And we fucking laughed all the way home. And I can remember dropping my brother-in-law off to his house around 11 o'clock that night, and I just looked at him and I went, did we just fucking do that? And we just laughed, like, yeah. But needless to say, the story ended well. The next day, dear uncle and daughter, my daughter, drove down to Sydney and they bought the car. So, yeah, bad story, ended well. So, yeah, moral of the story is, when you're talking to an Asian, just make sure you've got the right city, mate. Because, yeah, you could go a long way around shit. Yeah, but anyway, we survived, and it's one of our funny family stories now that we all laugh about all these years later. Anyway, enjoy your day. Go make your own funny stories. I'm sure you've got plenty to share. Love you guys. Thanks for following me. It's so much fun knowing that everyone's laughing at me, the idiot, because I love to laugh, you love to laugh, and the world's a happier place when we do it together. Bye.